What's good, guys? I'm Simeon Panda and welcome to my channel. Okay guys, so a lot of you saw my last nutrition video, which was I made a salmon carbonara, which was amazing for me and amazing for you guys because a lot of you guys made it, and you know, you told me in your feedback that you enjoyed it too, which is awesome. Today's another nutrition video. I'm gonna make something that appeared in my last video, but I didn't mention it. So in my last video, I told you guys I had a food folder from like my Facebook food folder from years back. I'm talking like 10 years ago. And in that folder was like, you know, different meals that I prepared. There was a picture in there that I didn't mention because it wasn't a meal, but it was a cake. It was a banana cake. And I'm gonna show it on screen right now. Boom. Okay, so it's a banana cake with walnuts and it had like banana icing as well. So I'm gonna make that today and for you guys. And again, as I always say to you guys, I make food in a healthier way. So it's gonna be a healthy variety of a banana cake. And it's gonna be perfect with a cup of coffee. And while we're on that subject, I need to give a big shout out to the sponsors of this video, who are Trade. Trade is like, if you love coffee, Trade is gonna be perfect for you. So I wouldn't call myself a coffee connoisseur because I don't really know all the terms. I know some, but I don't know all the terms. I would call myself a coffee enthusiast because I love coffee. I absolutely love coffee. With that being said, I only have like 2 cups a day, but I love it when I have them, and it's a moment when I have my coffee, you know, it's like something I look forward to in the day. The great thing about Trade is, even if you don't know, you know, the ins and outs of a coffee bean, they will help you with that questionnaire that they have on their website. The questionnaire is awesome, by the way. It throws you the right questions to find out the exact blend that works for you, which I love, you know, like, because these flavors that it came out with are awesome for me. At one point, I like rich, strong coffee. I need coffee to be coffee, but at the same time, every now and then, I like my coffee with a hint of this or a hint of that, and their variety is crazy. They have 50 roasters and a variety of 400 different coffees. Guys, if you can't find your coffee there, you're not gonna find it anywhere, you know? So that's the amazing thing about them. So Trade have given me the opportunity to provide you guys with a 30% discount, but only for the first 100 people who use my code, Trade Simeon Panda, and click that link below. So guys, take advantage. If you love coffee, this is perfect for you. You're not gonna find a better variety of coffees that are personalized for you. Check it out. Okay guys, I'm gonna give you a hack. Some of you already know it and a lot of you won't. If you want to over-ripen your bananas, because if you're making a banana cake, it's got to have over-ripe bananas. I'm talking black bruised bananas. They're going to be sweeter. So if they're not at that stage yet and you want to do it, there's a very quick way. Preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Put your bananas in a tray. And you're going to leave them for about, well, it depends on how they are. I think these will be done in 15 minutes, but we'll see. Okay guys, let's see what ingredients we have today. And last but not least, the most important, the bananas. And of course, the bananas we currently have in the oven, so they're gonna be overripe black bananas, not these ones that we have here. Okay, so what have we got? We're gonna make the banana cakes with whole grain flour instead of plain white flour. We are gonna have a few crushed walnuts in there, and I'm gonna use it for, you know, presentation. I'm gonna put one walnut on each little piece of the cake. Now guys, if you saw the picture of the one that I made previously, it was like a loaf. So it was more of a loaf shape. Today's one, we're gonna cut into segments, so little squares. So it's gonna be tiny bite-sized pieces, and each one's gonna have maybe a walnut on it. Okay, so we are not gonna use butter or oil. That's one of the, when I say that I make things in a healthier way, that's why this is gonna be a healthier banana cake than a regular banana cake. We're not using butter or oil. Instead, we are going to use the Greek yogurt to add some softness in there. We are using vanilla extract for some flavor. I'm gonna add some dark chocolate pieces, very few. And the reason that I'm adding the dark chocolate is, as opposed to milk chocolate chips, again, I've told you guys why dark chocolate is better for you than milk chocolate. And I'm actually gonna show you a quick clip just to give you a fresh recap. It's full of flavonols, it's powerful antioxidants, and the more cocoa in chocolate, the better for you. So we've come to a percentage of 85% where we can agree that it's not too strong and still, you know, gives us everything that we're after in terms of the benefits. You can go for 70%, but just remember, the more cocoa in the chocolate, the better it is for you. You know, so why does chocolate have such a bad rep? Because when you're buying like a chocolate bar, there are so many other things in it. You know, you've got sugar, you've got fat, you know, and not good fat. You know, there's so many other things packed into the chocolate that, you know, brings its quality down. But when you're eating dark chocolate, you're pretty much getting the best of the best. So yeah, dark chocolate. Okay, and then we're also gonna add some oats to give it a great texture. And there's one thing I forgot here, one thing. We are not gonna add sugar, but we are gonna add a very small amount of maple syrup to add some sweetness to the cake. I've tried to go organic with as many things as possible, as I always do. So we've got organic chocolate, organic cream cheese, organic Greek yogurt, and the bananas are of course organic as well. So I always try to do that. And yeah, man, those are the ingredients. Let's get cooking. Guys, I forgot one big ingredient. Or should I say two, because we're using two of them. We're gonna also have eggs in our mixture. So we're gonna use 2 whole eggs, large organic eggs. I'm a huge fan of cinnamon, so you guys can put maybe 1 spoon. I'm gonna put 1.5 because I love cinnamon. Okay, we've got our mixture. Now we're gonna add the flour. So you wanna spoon this in, guys. Don't just tip it all in, you're gonna spoon it in. So you're gonna stir. This way you get to judge just the consistency that you want, rather than you can't come back from pouring it all in at once. I'm just gonna fold it in. Fold it in with your spoon. You want a nice batter, not too thick. The thicker the batter, the more stodgy your cake is gonna be. And I want it kind of moist and soft, not too stodgy. I think that's gonna be the difference between like a banana bread and a banana cake, that texture. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Okay, so we've got our mixture. The last thing you're gonna want to add is your little bits and pieces. Are you gonna add nuts? Are you gonna add the chocolate? Completely up to you. I'm gonna add both, so I'm gonna firstly add some crushed walnuts, which I'm actually gonna do in a very raw way. Just crunching them up in my hands. This is gonna add like a delicious nutty flavor to the cake. And then I'm gonna add a small portion of dark chocolate chips. A little bit of dark chocolate never hurt nobody. There you go. So I'm gonna stir that in. And I think we're good to go. Good to pour. That smells so nice, man. Okay. As I said, we're not making a loaf this time. We're gonna make like little tiny bite-sized pieces. So we're using a 20 by 20 tray. And you're just gonna wanna lay it all in. Okay, good to go in the oven. So the oven was still preheated from when we ripened the bananas, so that's going straight in. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make the icing for the cake. You don't actually have to put the icing on, it's completely up to you. If you want it to be a lower calorie cake, it's already a low calorie cake, but if you want it to be even lower, then don't add the icing. But I'm definitely going to add a little bit of this icing. I'm making the icing in a healthier way. I'm going to be using organic cream cheese and Greek yogurt. Very small amount of maple syrup instead of adding sugar, and we're gonna add a very tiny bit of vanilla extract. So before I make the icing, I'm actually gonna give you guys an insight into when I started cooking. Now I remember cooking the first one I ever made was a Swiss roll, and I think I was about 9 or 10 years old, and it was the first one I ever made. I think I asked my mum to get me the ingredients, and I made this Swiss roll all on my own in the kitchen, and it was because my mum had this Delia Smith book in the house. Some of you guys are gonna be like, who? You know, but she was a chef, you know, or she baked or whatever. I don't know. I just know that she was synonymous with cooking, Delia Smith. And there was a Delia Smith book in the house. I remember opening it up, and I think the first thing I saw was a Swiss cake, and it was Swiss roll, sorry. It was the easiest thing to make, and I made it. And that's my first recollection of making anything, you know, other than, you know, maybe like an egg sandwich or something. It was baking a Swiss roll, you know. So that's how I started. And then I remember making like Rice Krispie cakes and all sorts of other little cakes. So my first experience of cooking was baking. You know, so it's nice that today I'm sharing baking with you guys, because you know, something else I used to do. So let's get cracking with this icing. Okay, so the cake has been in the oven for about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna check to see if it's cooked. I've got these little oven gloves. They're Shans, so they barely fit my hands, but let's see how the cake's doing. Oh, guys, if you could smell this, like seriously, this smells amazing. Okay, so the little trick to test if the cake's cooked, you stick either a toothpick or one of these into the cake, and that will tell you what the texture's like. And I think that's cooked to perfection. Yeah, that looks soft. Awesome. And I'm gonna transfer the cake to this plate to help it cool down quicker. Easy. Guys, man, this smells banging. Okay, so before we put the icing on, we're gonna let it cool down for maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna put the icing on, and then I'm gonna cut it all up and add the finishing touches. Okay guys, I think the cake should have cooled down by now. Yeah, and we've got our icing that we made, and I'm gonna try and do this as professionally as I can, but I don't make cakes every day. Okay, and I'm gonna add the finishing touches now. So I got my coffee and I got my cake. It came out really well, looks awesome, like looks fantastic. The texture is soft and spongy, which is exactly what I wanted. And let's have a taste of it. fantastic. In all honesty, I couldn't have had it any better. Like, this is perfect. Perfect softness, flavor. It's got a bit of, it's nutty. I can taste the chocolate and the nuts, everything. It's awesome. Really good cake. So guys, I want you to make this and I want you to tag me in photos. That's the easiest way for me to see what you guys have made. So when you've made it, tag me in the pictures so I can have a look at yours. Let me know how it came out, if it was as smooth as my process was, and if you guys enjoyed it, you know. Let me know if you want to see more cakes, you know, because I can bake more stuff. And let me know if you're enjoying my nutrition videos as a whole. I'm enjoying making them for you guys. Guys, as I said, I got my coffee here. If you want to take advantage of that trade deal, guys, go to that link below. Trade Simeon Panda is the code. Trade is giving you 100 people 30% discount. That's 100 of you guys that click that link below will get a 30% discount on your first order of coffee. Do not miss that because it's a great offer. And then you can have your coffee with your cake. Peace out. Subscribe.